Welcome to this powerful meditation designed to help you break free from any unresourceful patterns of victimhood that may have been passed down through generations. This journey will take you deep into the neuroscience behind why we hold on to the role of the victim, the hidden benefits it provides, and how to gently work with your nervous system to release this identity, allowing you to step into a more empowered version of yourself. We'll embark on an enchanting exploration, venturing into the hidden landscapes of your mind and the delicate threads of your ancestral story. If you're willing, close your eyes and imagine stepping into a mystical garden, a place where the air shimmers with possibility and the ground beneath you feels soft and nurturing. This particular garden is ancient, woven from the dreams and hopes of those who came before you. It holds the echoes of your ancestors, their joys, their fears, their triumphs, and their struggles. As you take a slow, deep breath in, feel yourself stepping deeper into the sacred space. And as you exhale, feel a sense of safety wash over you, and knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. This garden is a place of healing, a place of release. Here, we will gently untangle the threads of victimhood that may have been woven into your story, passed down through generations, etched into your very DNA. But just as the garden blooms anew with each season, so too can you blossom into freedom, shedding the layers that no longer serve you. Take another deep breath and just allow yourself to surrender to the magic of this journey. In this mystical garden, imagine ancient vines spiraling around you, each leaf carrying the memories of those who came before. These vines are symbolic of epigenetics, the inheritance of not just physical traits, but of emotional experiences, fears, and beliefs. Science now shows the impact of trauma, pain, and victimhood can be passed down through generations, encoded in the very genes that shaped you. But here's the magic. Just as these patterns were written, they can be rewritten. Epigenetics isn't destiny, it's potential. Your thoughts, your emotions, your choices, they all have the power to change the expression of your genes, to release the patterns of fear, pain, and victimhood, and create new pathways of empowerment and freedom. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel a sense of wonder at the power you hold. You are not bound by the past. You are the gardener of your future. To better understand why patterns of victimhood can feel so deeply embedded, we must first look at epigenetics. It's the study of how behaviors and environment can cause changes in the way genes are expressed. Unlike genetic changes, which alter the DNA sequence, epigenetic changes affect gene activity without changing the underlying DNA. These changes are like the molecular tags that attach to your DNA, influencing which genes are turned on or off. And here's the remarkable part. These tags can be passed down to future generations. Research has shown that traumatic experiences such as famine, war, or severe emotional distress can leave epigenetic marks that affect the next generation, and sometimes even the third or fourth generation, maybe even further back than we realize. Studies on survivors of traumatic events like the Holocaust or the Dutch hunger winter show that the children and grandchildren of those who endured such hardships carry epigenetic markers associated with heightened stress responses, anxiety, and even physical health conditions. This means that the anxiety, fear, or feelings of victimhood you experience may not have started with you. They could be echoes of your ancestors' struggles encoded in your genes, influencing your nervous system and emotional landscape. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, allow yourself to feel a sense of compassion and understanding. You are definitely not broken. You're simply carrying stories that were never yours to carry. Some of the stuff doesn't even belong to you. And just as these patterns were inherited, they can also be released. To understand why victimhood feels so entrenched, we need to look at the nervous system and its relationship with gene expression. When your ancestors faced trauma, whether it was physical danger, emotional betrayal, or even social rejection, their nervous system adapted for survival. These adaptations were encoded in their genes to help the next generation better respond to similar threats. This is known as adaptive epigenetic inheritance. It's an evolutionary advantage ensuring survival in harsh environments. But when the environment changes, these adaptations can become outdated, leading to chronic anxiety, hypervigilance, and victimhood patterns. For example, if your ancestors lived through war or famine, their bodies became hyper-aware of danger with heightened stress hormones like cortisol. This adaptation kept them alert and ready to protect themselves. But if this hypervigilance is inherited, you may find yourself feeling anxious, defensive, or reactive, even when no real threat exists. Your nervous system is simply doing what it was designed to do, protecting you from perceived danger. But the patterns of fear and victimhood that served your ancestors may now be holding you back. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, feel a sense of gratitude for the resilience passed down to you. Your ancestors survived so that you could be here, breaking the cycle. Walk now through the winding paths of this garden, noticing the shadows cast by ancient trees. These shadows represent the hidden gifts and shadowy comforts of victimhood, the secret reasons we hold on to this identity, even when it no longer serves us. Victimhood can offer safety, protection from vulnerability, a shield from disappointment. It can allow you to be right, to avoid failure, or to receive sympathy and validation. It can keep you from the fear of the unknown, from the risk of fully stepping into your power. In this mystical garden, there are no judgments, only gentle curiosity. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, what are you getting out of staying in this role? Perhaps you're evading pain, rejection, or perceived failure. Are you holding on to the comfort of familiarity? Look closely and you might see flowers growing in the shadows, delicate blooms representing these hidden gifts. It's okay to acknowledge them, to just see them for what they are. The goal is not to forcefully let go, but to lovingly understand and accept why they are here. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, feel a sense of compassion for yourself. You are human, beautifully complex, and perfectly imperfect. There's still a little more to the story of your brain's wiring, especially when it comes to victimhood and resilience. This involves the limbic system, the prefrontal cortex, and the vagus nerve. The limbic system is your emotional brain, responsible for processing fear, anger, and sadness. When you've inherited victimhood patterns, your limbic system can become hypersensitive, leading to emotional reactivity and feeling easily overwhelmed. But with mindfulness and conscious emotional regulation, you can soothe this system, reducing the intensity of these reactions. The prefrontal cortex is the rational, decision-making part of your brain. When you practice self-awareness, visualization, and intentional thought patterns, you strengthen this area, allowing you to consciously choose empowerment over victimhood. This is the foundation of resilience and emotional mastery. And the vagus nerve is the longest nerve in your body, connecting your brain to your heart, lungs, and gut. It regulates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is the system that calms the body and mind. Practices like deep breathing, meditation, like listening to stuff like this, and positive social interactions stimulate the vagus nerve, promoting feelings of safety and relaxation. These systems are all interconnected, influencing how you perceive and react to the world. When you work with them consciously, you have the power to transform inherited victimhood into resilience, empowerment, and freedom. The wonderful, empowering truth is that your brain is not fixed. It's constantly changing and rewiring itself based on your thoughts, emotions, and experiences. This is neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. And this means that the patterns of victimhood, anxiety, or fear that were passed down to you are not permanent. They are simply neural pathways that have been strengthened through repetition. And just as they were created, they can be reshaped and released. Neuroscience shows that when you consciously choose new thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, you create new neural pathways, weakening the old patterns. This is not about forcing positivity, but about consciously choosing empowerment over victimhood, freedom over fear. Take a moment now to reflect. What would your life look like if you were free from these patterns? Just imagine the possibilities, the freedom, the joy. With each breath, you are rewiring your brain. With each choice, you are reshaping and rewriting your story. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, feel the old pathways beginning to dissolve, making room for new ones to grow. As you continue walking in the garden, you find a tranquil pond. Its surface smooth like glass, reflecting the sky above. This pond represents your nervous system, the place where your mind, body, and emotions meet. Just as the water ripples with the slightest breeze, so too does your nervous system react to perceived threats, whether real or imagined. Victimhood is often just a response to this state of hypervigilance, a way to protect yourself from pain or danger. But here, by the pond, you are safe. Place one hand over your heart and the other one on your belly. Feel the warmth of your touch grounding you. Take slow, deep breaths, inhaling for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. Imagine each breath as a ripple on the pond, soothing your nervous system, calming the storms within. With each exhale, feel the tightness release, the defenses soften, the need for protection gently fading away. In this moment, it's safe to let go. It's safe to stand in your power, to trust in your strength. As you breathe, imagine golden light flowing from your heart, wrapping around you like a cocoon of safety and love. Feel the warmth, the reassurance. You are safe. You are enough. You are free. Now that we better understand the science behind these patterns, let's work with the nervous system to gently release them. What we just went through is activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms the body and mind, moving you from a state of defense into a state of safety and receptivity. And with each breath, imagine a soothing wave of light washing over you, calming your nervous system, softening the old pathways of fear and victimhood. Imagine the epigenetic tags dissolving, releasing the stories that were never even yours to carry. Feel the tension melting away, the defenses softening, and with each exhale, letting go of what no longer serves you. You continue to feel safe, and supported and free. Near the pond, you find a bench carved from ancient wood, inviting you to sit and reflect. As you rest, the garden whispers a question. What would you lose if you let go of being the victim? Would you lose the safety of being right? The comfort of low expectations? Would you lose the identity that has kept you safe but has also kept you small? Take a moment to feel the weight of these questions without judgment, without pressure. There's no right or wrong answer, only gentle awareness. Now, shift your focus to a new question. What would you gain by letting go? Freedom? Power? Joy? The ability to create your life from a place of choice, not reaction, a place of neutrality. The courage to write a new story, one of empowerment, growth, and possibility. Feel the breeze rustling the leaves around you, a whisper from the garden itself, encouraging you to release the old and embrace the new. Feel the lightness in your heart, the expansion in your spirit. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, feel the cloak of victimhood fall away, leaving you unburdened and limitless. You are no longer bound by the past. You are free to bloom, to grow, and to shine. Science shows that affirmations, when repeated consistently, can rewire the brain by strengthening new neural pathways. Let's anchor these changes now with empowering affirmations. Choose the ones that feel right for you. Everyone is different, and don't try to force it. Stand now in the center of this mystical garden, surrounded by blooming flowers and ancient trees. Feel the earth beneath your feet, grounding you, supporting you. Raise your arms to the sky, feeling the sunlight on your skin and the warmth of liberation. Repeat these affirmations silently or loud. And again, only choose the ones that resonate specifically for you. Here we go. I am free from the past. I release inherited patterns that no longer serve me. I choose empowerment and freedom. I am the author of my own story. I am safe to feel powerful. I am worthy of joy, love, freedom, and fulfillment. With each repetition, feel the words echoing through your body, rewiring your neural pathways. With each choice, you are breaking the cycle, rewriting your story not just for yourself, but for the generations that may follow. You are the one who changes the narrative. You are the one who creates a new legacy. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel the freedom, the power, and the joy. You have done powerful work today, releasing layers that were never yours to carry. You are no longer bound by the past. You are free to create your future. Take one final deep breath in, and as you exhale, feel grounded, present, and empowered. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes, knowing that you carry this freedom with you. You are liberated. You are limitless. Thank you so much for joining me in this transformative journey. By breaking free from inherited victimhood, you are choosing a life of empowerment and liberation. You are rewriting the story, not just for yourself, but for the generations to come, and role modeling for others all around you. If you found this meditation valuable, consider subscribing and sharing with others who may benefit. Until next time, may you walk in freedom and grace.